Hello, my name is J.S. Bailey, and I'm the author of the novel The Land Beyond the Portal, which was released this past July 2011 through Tate Publishing. And since I've become a published author, I've had a lot of people ask me questions about my writing and publishing in general. And one question I've gotten a lot is, when did I start writing? It's hard to say because I can't remember. I started reading when I was 4 years old, and I started attempting to write things soon after that. Starting out, they were picture books, which I illustrated by myself. For example, Every Kind of Fun. I have Doll Book, the aptly named Tiny Things book, which is also tiny, the incorrectly spelled Dress Book, Animal Sounds, Baby Doll's Birthday Fun. We have The Little Rabbit in the Big Valley. Get that in here. And perhaps most infamously, we have The Enchanting Rainbow, which I discussed in a previous blog. I took pictures of every page, so if you would like to read this story, you can just look at it on my blog. And also, when I was a lot younger, I would try to write poetry. I had a little journal, and it's my poem book. And most of the poems make no sense, because I was about 6, 7 years old when I wrote these. And there might be a date on one of these somewhere, I'm not sure. Drew a picture of a tornado, I'm not sure why. Yes, here we go. This is from 1996, so I would have been about 7 years old. Yeah, I would have been 7.5 when I wrote this poem. So it's fun to look back on the stuff I made as a small child and see how I've progressed through the years, and trying to write different novels and then ultimately finishing one and getting it published. Now, another question I've been asked frequently is, how long did it take me to write The Land Beyond the Portal? Now, I started writing the original version in 2003 when I was in the 8th grade. I had just a basic idea. It was a girl named Laura, and she can't remember who she is. She can't call for help because she's snowed in this house. And so she explores the house. Somehow she's transported to this other land, and then that's really all I had. She gets there, and she meets people and does stuff, and there was really no point to any of it. And I ended up writing about 200 pages in 2 different notebooks before I came to a point where I had nowhere to go with the plot at all, because there wasn't really a plot. And so I set it aside. Now, during high school, I actually wrote another full-length novel about shape-shifting aliens, which is kind of weird. But so during that time, I was still writing. I just wasn't writing The Land Beyond the Portal. But I did come to a point where I wanted to go back to it. And so I sat down with my mom, who's a big reader, and she and I talked about different plot points. Well, maybe I could do this with the novel. And she helped me think of things that I wouldn't have before, like different character motivations and stuff like that. So I actually had a framework to work with. And it still took me the better part of 3 years, I think, to finish the first final draft. And I'm probably one of the least focused authors there is, because I would write several chapters, get stuck, set it aside for 6 months, get it back out, I'd have the light bulb go off, think, oh, I can write this now. And so I'd write a few more chapters, get stuck, put it away. And a really big motivator for me to finish is I met the man who would become my husband, and I had showed him some of the chapters that I'd written, and he liked it, and he sort of encouraged me to finish it because he wanted to know how the story was going to end. So you have to thank Nathan. He's the reason that this exists. So thank you, Nathan, and thanks to all of you for showing your support and offering great feedback after reading the novel. So thanks.